My name is Michelle Bryant. I am the owner of Bryant's Tax, Logistics, and Accounting Services, LLC. All right, so I'm coming to you today with a video. Something I just want to talk about, just a little heads up if you don't know already. What I want to talk about is being a business owner as a woman business owner. It's not for the weak, because you're going to have people that's going to try to take advantage of you, who's going to try to walk all over you. And the moment that you put your foot down, then you're labeled as the and being a woman business owner, sometimes you have to be that. Let me give you an example. All right, this is a true story, what happened to me. All right, so as you know, I'm getting my Forest Park office together. It's almost there. It's almost ready. Just got a few things, got to finish up doing and have a few more things installed, and it's going to be good to go. So I was going to get my internet installed, set up. And just so you know, I'm having two internets, two Wi-Fi, one for guests and one for my tax business, because you know you don't want your guests on your main Wi-Fi, because things can be downloaded and your system will be hacked. Okay, so you want to always keep that in mind. Even for your home, you want to have a guest and your own personal Wi-Fi, so that you wouldn't have the potential of being hacked, or your guests downloading something or opening something and it gets into your Wi-Fi, and then it gets into your computers, your TVs, or whatever you have hooked to your Wi-Fi. Just a little bit of advice if you don't know already. So I called the company, the salesperson who previously left a little mailer on the window. So at first I was fussing about it. I was like, how somebody just gonna leave something on your window? Because it was kind of hard for me to take it off. But I use a paint scraper thing to take it off. So I looked online. I was going to use AT&T because I currently have AT&T for my other office. And so I said, well, let me just open up AT&T here. But then at that location, AT&T is not being offered. So I had to go with this other service. So got a contract set up. Everything looks good. My push was to have a backup system for when my Wi-Fi the power goes out, my Wi-Fi wouldn't go out, because I need the Wi-Fi. I can't have my power going out and the Wi-Fi going out in the middle of processing someone's taxes or providing a trucker's logistics company services. So I was told that's called Connection Pro. And then the salesperson, I told him that I'm only gonna have Wi-Fi. I'm not gonna have any hardwire. I just want Wi-Fi, everything Wi-Fi. Okay. So the Connection Pro is the thing to get. So for the Connection Pro, and with the extra battery and everything, come out to $49.95 extra per month. Okay, so I said, okay, I'd rather pay that, make sure everything's good. So got the contract signed, everything. Technician came out, installed everything, and then the technician goes, hey, you need to pick up the battery, extended battery at the store, because we don't carry that. The technicians don't carry that. And I'm like, at the store, normally they don't have business stuff at the store, but let me just contact the salesperson and let him know I got to pick this up at the store or whatnot. And I want to know what the actual name was for it, so I can know what to ask for when I go to the store. So the salesperson like, what needs to be picked up at the store? They don't have any business stuff at the store, blase. And then I told him what the text says, and he was like, the Connection Pro battery should be there, and you can't hook that up because all the wire stuff, all that has to be hooked up by a technician. And I was like, yeah, I have everything on the wall, so I don't know what wires to hook up to what and all of that stuff. I'm very tech savvy, but some things I just can't do. Okay, I can't do everything. I do realize that. So the sales rep was emailing or communicating with his supervisor or whatnot. But anyway, make a long story short, they end up sending another technician. Now at this time, normally I'm not in the office, I'm normally gone, but this particular day I stayed late, I was working and stuff like that. So luckily I was there because the second technician came, and he was like, oh, whatever he came for is not what I needed. But I was telling him what happened. He went back there to look to see what was going on. I don't even have a Connection Pro back there. And then he pulled up my account. He was like, well, how did the tech put in a serial number for a connection pro when you don't have a connection pro? And I was like, I don't know. And then the sales rep asked me earlier what I had back there. I told him a white box and a black box. He was like, oh yeah, okay, that's all you need. That's the connection pro. The second technician said, you have a Wi-Fi pro and you have your modem for the Wi-Fi. You do not have a connection pro. So I called the sales rep and I told him, I said, the technician, or he called his manager first and told him what happened. He was telling the manager that I have a serial number hooked up to my connection pro when I don't even have a connection pro. So where the serial number come from? Now, if this second technician had never come out, I would have never known this person did not give me the equipment for the connection pro, but I'm going to be paying $49.95 for everything. So then the technician said, well, you don't even need connection pro. You don't have anything hardwired. And I'm like, no. He said, are you going to get anything hardwired? I was like, no. There's no, I don't need hardwired. Everything's running on Wi-Fi. And he was like, well, connection, you don't even need that. And I'm like, what? So I let the sales rep, I called the sales rep on speaker. He was speaking to the technician and they're trying to figure out where the serial number come from if I don't have the connection pro. And he was like, is it somewhere else? And he was like, no, it's nowhere else. Everything is right on the wall in this area that I have it in. So then I told him to let the technician know that I don't even want connection pro because I don't need it. I don't have hardwire. I'm not getting hardwire, so I don't need a connection pro. And so he was like, oh, he acted like he didn't hear me. So once he spoke with the technician or whatnot, I got back on the phone. I told him, I said, no, you need to take this off because I don't really need a connection pro. He's like, the sales rep like, let me figure out what's going on. So about 20 minutes later, the technician and I was talking about taxes, his tax situation, whatnot, and the sales rep called. So he thought the technician was gone. And he goes, oh, I don't know what that, and I had him on speaker and the technician was right at the time. I don't know what that technician is talking about, but you need connection pro. And I was like, no, I don't want it. I don't have anything hardwired. That is not for hardwired. I said, well, I don't want it. I trust what the second technician was saying. I trust his knowledge and everything versus these other two guys, the sales guy and the first tech. So I trust him. And he was like, well, I spoke with my supervisor and this is the only thing that can be done. You can have it installed, the connection pro installed. Then after 30 days, then I set it up for somebody to come back and take it out so that you can have it for 30 days. Now, mind you, I'm not an idiot. When you get any service, normally you get like a grace period and it falls within that 30-day period. So after 30 days, I would have been locked in and would not have been able to make any changes. And I told him, I said, well, no, I don't want to have anything installed and removed and all that stuff. Just can't. He was like, well, you already got the Wi-Fi, so you can't really make any changes. I said, well, just cancel the whole thing and start all over. Cancel the whole contract and start all over. Whatever you got to do to cancel it and start all over, that's fine with me. I don't care. And then I told him, I said, if I need to speak to your supervisor about it, just have your supervisor call me. I explained to him, just cancel the whole thing and start all over without the connection pro. I'm not paying all this, money for something I don't need. He was like, well, you need it. And the technician done told me I have Wi-Fi Pro. That's the backup for the Wi-Fi Pro, not connection pro. That's for hardwire. And if you think about it, connection means hardwire. So that makes more sense. Wi-Fi Pro means you're backing up your Wi-Fi. So I'm putting two and two together, because I'm not an idiot. I mean, those don't know, I'm very tech savvy. I like to put things together. In all my corporate jobs I worked, I always been the one working with the programmer, the software company to configure our programs to best suit our needs at the company. And then I would learn it and then I would train everybody else on it. That was me. So I don't know why I didn't go into tech. I think that C+ sharp class I took in college scared the hell out of me, and my brain was not working well when I took that class, and I got a hard C. So I think that's what kind of stirred me away from being in tech. But I might get a certificate or pick something up in tech because I really do love it. I really do love figuring out programs and figuring out things, training when it comes to tech and all that kind of stuff. Like, it's like a puzzle. I love figuring out stuff, just like taxes or trucking stuff. You figure it out, and come up with the best solution to the problem or to whatever is going on with that client. So I love doing stuff like that. I'm just a nerd. Everybody say I'm a nerd. Yes, I am a nerd. Nerd comes in all shapes, sizes, and from every walk of life. I'm straight from the streets of Savannah, Georgia, but always been smart. I never knew of another person who have had hundreds in math and science on their report card. I have received honors in math and science, even an honor in a certificate of excellence in Spanish throughout school. And I don't have none of my stuff now because it got burned in a fire in my first apartment. So all my yearbook, everything's gone. But anyway, so back to the story. The next morning, I had a feeling. I thought about that thing. I said, this dude ain't gonna do right. I can't trust him now. You know, when you lose trust, when I lose trust with somebody, I'm not gonna deal with you. You know, you got to show me, and I'm even like that in my relationship. You got to show me. If I lose trust in you, that's it. If I lose that trust, that's it. And if I get tired of your ass, I don't want to deal with you no more ever in life. We can be friends, but that's it. But let's get back to the story. So I was like, okay, so the next morning, I called the company and I let them know what happened. And there were a lot of notes on my account because the second technician was speaking with his supervisor and the supervisor notated everything in my account. So the young lady took off everything affiliated with the Connection Pro, $49.95 worth of stuff. She took it off and she told me, she said, you have a 30-day money back, not money back, but some kind of guarantee for 30 days. You can make any changes, you can cancel the service, you can do whatever within 30 days. After 30 days, you're locked in, you can't do nothing. So this mug was trying to get me. Now, remember I told you, he said, oh, after 30 days, I can make a change. No, Negro, after 30 days, you want to get your darn commission. You want me to be locked in so you get your commission, so you can get your bonus check or whatever you get at the end of the year around Christmas time or whatever. You think I'm a stupid idiot? I want to call him and cuss him out, but you know what, baby? I'm professional. I said, you know what? He gonna get what's coming to him. No telling how many other people he did that to. No telling how many other people the technician did that to. He took a serial number off of somewhere and probably kept the box, sold the box, or did something with the box and got me paying for it. So the box is activated, but he's selling it in the streets. Y'all know how that thing go, how it goes. Doing something with that. So the young lady, she was very apologetic. She was nice and everything, and she took it right off. Because I called frustrated. I was so frustrated. I was so upset. I was like, oh my God, I wasn't fussing enough. I was like, I need to speak to a supervisor because I didn't know a rep can do that, because from what he said, I can't make any changes. So I know a lot of companies you can, but I don't know. I never had service with this company, so I didn't know if they were able to do that or not. So luckily, she took the $49.95, everything affiliated with Connection Pro off. She apologized for everything. She went over everything with me. She was very nice, sweet, and got all that done. So then the next day, the sales rep gonna message me and text me, oh, when are you available to talk so that we can discuss your account? And I text him, I said, well, I already handle everything with the representative, so I'm good, thank you. And I left like he never messaged back, never called back. So I don't know if he checked my account to see what he did, but then that night I called back again to make sure that he wasn't able to make any changes after I made that change, and everything was still showing the changes that I made in the system and all that stuff. So you got to be careful. When you getting stuff installed or getting things done, you want to make sure that you take a picture of it and make sure that that is what you have. You want to research what you're signing up for so you can know that is what you need, and it's not only to business owners, it's to everybody. But business owners especially, because they think you opening a new spot, you got all this money, or they're about to make money off of you. They're about to do this and do that off of you. You know how much money I'm putting into this space? I got to buy. First, you got to get the place. You got to fix everything in the place. You got to then fix it to your liking and for you, put in and make it for you, build it out. Then you got to furnish it. Then you got to get all the computers, electronics, and everything for it. Then you got it's never ending. All this freaking money and they're trying to scam or whatever. Not, and I ain't gonna say scam. They're trying to get over on me by making their pocket fatter and all the other stuff. You don't get through life like that. You get through life and you're blessed when you are honest and do right by people. I've never been a fan of a thief. Don't come around me if you pick up stuff. I can't. I don't have thieves for friends either, because you can come in my house and steal anything or steal whatever, or I got to watch my purse or watch my social security number or whatever. Hell, who want to have friends like that who come around you and do all that? So I just wanted to give you a little update, a warning, because around this time, people are hungry. They're trying to get money because, let's be honest, business owners are struggling. People, citizens are struggling. Everybody have been struggling all year long. The PPP, the EIDL, the stimulus money, all gone. There's nothing. And then there were more bills created during that time because you had the money to put the down payment on stuff. And you had the money to obtain new credit or whatever. So you created more bills on top of the bills that you have went up. The housing went up, mortgages went up, the property taxes went up, food went up, gas went up, everything is up. But you don't try to get off on people the fat in your pockets. That's not, God don't like ugly. You do right. If you struggling, if you having a hard time, go out there and make some more money. Just as simple as that. As long as you got breath in your body, you able to use whatever you need to use to make the money. I know you got kids. I know you got husband or wife, or you just tired. But sometimes you got to sacrifice to do what you need to do. You know, you can't come to me talking about, oh, this, oh, that. Let me tell you, I worked 2-3 jobs for years. I don't have any children, but my mama disabled. Not only that, hell, it's tough living off of one income. If I want to be comfortable going to school, had to pay for school. Yeah, I got student loans, but that ran out because it took me 15 years. I took 5 years off. So I worked my behind off. I put in the work. Those don't know me. A lot of people don't know me from when I worked my ass off. I'm working my ass off now. It is hard running a business and working full time. Okay, it's very hard. It is not easy at all. I don't give a darn what nobody say. Oh, I wake up at 5 in the morning. The hell with that. I do not wake up at 5 in the morning unless I have to go in the office because I'm tired. I need every little bit of sleep I can get. But I work late. I work 9, 10, sometimes 11 o'clock at night. I just now for the last few months take Friday off after work and Saturday. But I'm back up. Sundays I normally do something. I don't take all day to work. I don't work on stuff all day Sunday, but Sunday I do work off and on. And I may work Saturday off and on as well. Normally I work Saturday if it's early in the morning before I leave the house or before I do what I need to do, or while I'm doing laundry or tending to my home, or before I go outside and have my back and legs and foot, arms, hands hurting from doing yard work. I look cute, but my ass be hurting. I'm Miss Parker in my front, y'all. My front back out. I bet I'm gonna be so sick of seeing me out there. Hell, I like to be comfortable. I need something, put on something scratch and every darn thing else. Hell, I don't give a damn about nobody but my yard. Shoot, I feel like my grandma. I swear, I miss my grandma. My grandma, I ate just like her. Her yard always was pretty. And she would get mad at Miss Leroy. You gonna go out there and cut that grass? Leroy. She thought she could say his name. Leroy. And he'd be out there 70 something, 80, all the way up till he got sick and died out there doing the yard work. He did not pay nobody to do his yard work. He did it himself. And then when he got where he couldn't do it no more, the neighbors would help out. They were so sweet. But anyway, you don't need to try to get over on people to get money in your pocket. Everybody hurting. The solution to that is bring in more income. You got to have more income coming in. Either you change your job, you learn a new skill. Yeah, I worked at Wendy's and in the convenience store for many, many years. You know why? Because it was easy, it wasn't stressful, and I needed something that was easy and not stressful for me to do after I worked all day doing something that was harder, that would come with a little bit more stress. And I did taxes, but I didn't charge accordingly, because I didn't look at it as a business at that time. It was just extra income for me. It was just fun for me. After I had the stroke in December 2017, and then I said, you know what? Now is the time to, once I got well, now is the time to do what I want to do with my life, because life is too short. I was almost out of here. And then my brothers come and they flirt with all the damn nurses. That was the first time in a long time we slept in the same room together. We grew up sleeping in the same room together. We only had 2 bedrooms, you know. So we slept in the room, and when we lived on Hawkins, we had 3 bedrooms, but we slept all in 1 bedroom. The 3rd bedroom was like what we call a stuff bag. So we hadn't slept together like that in a long time. We all stretched out in the hospital room, and because of my insurance, I had a big hospital room where we were all comfortable, and that was a blessing. So, and both of them snored like hell. And then Tward, Mike had to leave and go back to work. Tward was able to stay, and he gonna come with this damn bunny rabbit thing to wrap me up in, because it was snow. It was cold as hell. It was cold outside. Ooh, it was cold. And I'm going out there looking like a damn bunny rabbit. Oh goodness, we know they are salt bells. They get on my nerves sometimes, but we have a bond. All my brothers and sisters, and they get on, all of them get on my nerves. But anyway, yeah, I just want to come and talk to you all a little bit about that. I'm about to finish doing what I'm doing right now before I hit the door. You all enjoy the rest of your Sunday. All right. Thank you. Bye-bye.